A good evening, this is the Nerdist Human, and welcome to the finale of our Empire Total War Sweden series. And you join me in Austria, where, the plan today very much is to bring Pax Swedana to the world. That's the idea here today. We're not going to invade and take... Alright, we're going to invade a little bit. We're not going to take territory, probably, much. The plan is to bring peace. We're bringing peace by bringing fire first, okay? Fire both illuminates and it destroys. You know, this is kind of the reality of the Pax Swedana. But the Austrians, with all seriousness, were burning down our stuff last time, and I'm not very happy about it. I have a bit too much of a long border here to try and mark up against, well, ex-allies, enemies, and, well, allies of my enemies, so I just need to be a little bit careful about this. What I have done though is sent this guy across the border to try and cause some mischief. I'm going to leave him on the bridge here. It's quite hard for me to lead raids because, well, really their entire border with me is this, which is two fully stacked cities. So yeah, between Pressburg and Vienna there's not a lot I can do other than burn this down and wait for them on the bridge. So that's what I'm fully expecting to happen. Meanwhile, the other major problem to deal with is Paris, the French. Oh, the French. We are going to lead our Great Armada of mostly not great ships, but we're going to lead our Great Armada off to deal with the French so that we can have money and thus spend it on nice shiny things. Many shiny things to prevent, you know, everything from rebelling, because we have started to... Well, the anarchy is starting to take hold. I've got it a tiny bit more under control than the end of last time. But maybe we'll muck around with that a little bit later on the day. We shall see. But for now, I think we'll end our turn and we'll see if the Austrians want to take some bait. Apparently they do want to take the bait, so much so they've actually leapt out of the river itself. Interesting. So this could be intriguing. Now, for a bridge battle, last time we saw them just give up the bridge. This time, I won't be planning to do that. Now, they do have cannon. They have 4, I have 3, which is a bit annoying because I did have a 4th, but I sent it back. Bit irritating, but hey ho, it is what it is. We do, however, have 3 light dragoons, and with them heading across the river, if we can find a second crossing, we can gun them down and take these cannons out as well. I think we've absolutely got this, but their extra men on the line infantry could cause problems for me. But they're the attackers, they've got to cross the river. Let's head on in. Well, this should certainly be intriguing. I can't say I've ever done a battle like this before, so we'll see what they want to do. Certainly looks like... Ooh, nice hit on the cannons there, but we're going to try and block up these crossings. It seems like they're going to do a little bit of peppering fire for the time being. I think we should probably get our dragoons over on this flank then, because it looks certainly like they're mainly going the other way. So let's get you over here. Mr. Cannon, Mr. Cannon, Mr. Cannon. You're all supposed to be a little bit further forward so that, yes, we can put the obliterator blaster at the front. Okay, cannons are shooting in over here. Just get the cavalry back a sec, because it looks like they are going to send some men, potentially. And, ooh, that's going to hurt. I really don't want these cannons shooting me for very long. Yeah, they're going to make this a bit of a cannon fight for the time being, which means, okay, we're both going to be taking damage, but... At the moment, I'm in a bit more of a vulnerable position by the looks of this. Okay, you get yourself, unlimbered, please. We're going to go to canister. Just make sure we've got them gunned down if they want to come in the front door. Unfortunately, dragoons can't be getting across right now, but it is what it is. You, my good sirs. Oh, yeah, they're just perfectly across there on the crossing. Horses coming, are they? Oh, that should be perfect then. We'll get our blast into them. They are really going at this lad, I'm afraid. This is actually our inexperienced units at the front here. So that's okay. I've actually got my stronger units back in reserve. So that's a good start for sure. You go back onto cannon firing. And... okay, we need to make sure that we are shooting the right targets, which should mainly be these cannons, but... can't quite shoot them, so we need to shoot the land near them, I guess. Oh, I would not like to be you lads right now. Yeah, you better run, you numpties. Oh, glorious stuff. They're not fighting for very long at all. Let's get over to the Cav, who are presumably now in position. Oh, interesting. Their Cav is run straight into our light dragoons. Hopefully we're not shooting too much of our own lads, but it looks okay for me. Let's get these light dragoons over the river and you around the back. I'm going to have to keep a close eye on that, but we will try and get some good camera shots in on this. This is holding lovely. I was supposed to do the same trap over on the other side, but I kind of forgot. So we never did. I just left that cannon over here. So he's just doing some firing, but nothing too much more than that. This should largely be a massacre by the looks of this. So my dragoons are not running like they're supposed to be. You know what? It's going to have to be these guys alone at this point. You're being a little bit late to the party, Sonny Jim. So those two, just stop what you're doing. You don't bother running. You run quickly before you're in big trouble. These guys can take out the cannons. Oh, yes, they're getting pulled into the stupid positions, aren't they? Yeah. And over here, these are just the recruits. These are just the basic lads. These aren't even any guys of experience. Yeah, I think there's one with experience and that's it. Absolutely magnificent. In come the cav. And these dragoons likewise can come join this. There are some horses coming in. So let's just pull us out of there. That will keep those guys distracted for a moment. They are steady. You should be better than that, but it's fine. Get the dragoons in to come and help. And they seem not too happy about engaging with that as well. That suits me, to be honest. Get yourselves over to that position. They are coming in to get gunned down. That's perfect. Again, perfectly fine by me. And okay, what are you all doing? Nothing too dramatic for this moment. Right, we've got our dragoons in place. With the dragoons in place, yeah, let's get them shooting. Okay, we need the cannons gone. So the cannons are shooting their cannons. I'm gonna have to tell you to change target over to something like this for the time being. In come those guys. Cav are going to get running in. And that should be excellent. Yeah, you can change position over to these guys as well. That would be fabulous. Looks like they're making another charge over here. This time 3 units worth. Oh, you do not want to be them. What an absolute mauling. Oh, some of the brave lads are still trying, but no, I don't think this is a very sensible idea, guys. I really don't. Are they just going in for hand to hand? There might be, you know, but there's a blitzer right at the front. I really need to keep an eye on my cavalry, who are currently in battle. But come on. Get a big blast in. Get a big blast in so I can run off. Oh, come on. Oh, Steve, that was your wake-up call. Okay, back over to these guys. Not them. They're fine. What are you doing? Okay, we're doing all right. We are doing all right. Light dragoons can just move on to the next unit. That's absolutely fine. You two can probably take out the whole artillery yourself. I say probably, but probably not. Okay, they are now starting to get problems. You just pull yourself out of there. I'm going to go and bring in the experienced lads. You come and support. Get the general in this part of the battlefield, please. We need a little bit extra over there. In fact, yeah, one dragoon and one of my experienced lads. You get over there. They're trying to cross this river. That's fine. We've got 4v1 over here. We'll be fine. Cavalry are mopping up their artillery. We've got a proper hand-to-hand combat going on that part of the world. Likewise, light dragoons. You finish off the artillery, but the trap is closing. They might be going for hand-to-hand here, but yeah, they got some regimental horse as well. They're still breaking. They are still breaking. You, my good sir, you should just be shooting these guys down where possible. This unit is still shooting. Get off melee mode. They are piling on in. Yeah, just, you might be the best gunners we've got, lads, at 2 and 3 experience, but I'm going to send you in for the full job. You shoot those guys at the rear there. Cavalry have them dealt with. Move on to the next unit. In fact, no. Mop them up. Mop them up. You get rid of them. Make sure they're not coming back. Light dragoons, 14, 12. Yeah, just put out of there for a moment, guys. That'll be fine. The trap is getting close to being complete here. Not a random death for us. That's good news. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Just get some cannon shot into the rear, if at all possible. Light dragoons are coming in for some support at the back. That's what we want to see. You get into them. Finish them off. Cavalry are... What are you doing over here? I think we've got them dealt with. Excellent stuff. Light Dragoons, you finish them. You finish them. I do not want any of them coming back onto the field next time. And Light Dragoons, close the trap. Close the trap. Oh, this is what we want to see on Empire. We want to see them trying to cross a freezing river in winter time with all their cannon and musket shot in the water. There's not actually very much right now, but certainly they've realised the Dragoons are here and their escape route does not exist. Oh, yeah, you're going to get yourselves cut down, lads. I love it. Get these Dragoons to cross them. Yeah, I know it's over. We'll continue. I know you want blood. It's fine. Job well done. Some of these guys, I mean, yeah, they got fairly battered, but they kept fighting, damn it. I think the rest of this is absolutely fine. Let's just make sure my cannons are no longer firing at will. That's probably for the best. We obviously did lose that one cannon who got charged and cannoned, as we well saw. But with this is there's very little damage to the army here. I'm loving the Light Dragoons. I absolutely adore it. I mean, the actual Dragoons were falling apart like the proverbial cheese, but these guys, falling apart, melting like the proverbial cheese, Thomas. Falling apart like some other simile that I don't currently have. But this is magnificent. These guys are just so flexible. I mean, they're obviously a little bit more fiddly than the Medieval 2 versions, but they were so obscenely OP, it's actually unbelievable. These guys, though, certainly do the job we want. We'll mop them all up and make sure that basically no one goes home. A decisive victory, if ever there was one. Very minimal losses, a few line infantry. The odd cav, yeah, only 244 and 1,500 of them. It's good to see that bridge battles are just as effective as they used to be. Although their cannons were causing us some problems. They did have a cannon advantage, but with a good bit of manoeuvring, getting my cavalry across at the right moments, defending the bridges effectively, oh yeah, we are getting ourselves all the experience that we need. For some reason that drag doesn't actually work. That's quite annoying. But we are gaining experience on the Dragoons, which is excellent. And they scuttle off back to Vienna. Now, of course, we're not going to take it over. We're just going to beat them into the darn ground until they learn their lesson. They haven't learned their lesson. Well, they definitely haven't learned their lesson because they're coming in for round 2 on the bridge. Utter crazy fools. Well, this time I definitely know what I'm doing, so let's go for it one more time. This time they brought some Hungarian grenadiers. Don't bring the Hungarians into this. Otherwise, line infantry, militia. Yeah, okay. This time they have less cannon, although we do have one that's slightly battered from last time. Either way, I'm feeling pretty darn confident. Let's see if they can kill off another army. I don't know if it did this last time, but it's giving me the actual bridge this time. Like, I can deploy this side. Maybe I could before, and I just didn't bother. Either way, on this occasion, we're actually auto being deployed that side. Also, apparently we built them a bridge in between these two battles. Why did we do that? It's just much less of a killing. Actually, probably much worse for them, actually, because they can't stand and shoot. So, actually, it probably does work in our favour, but we'll pretty much set up the same as last time. Certainly looks like they're not quite making up their mind what they're going to do. What they are going to do is gun down some of my darn Light Dragoons, which is pretty sad. So I might well run into these guys, hopefully get another charge in before they blast. Yep, okay, we're on top of them. Good, that's them dealt with, and these guys as well are going to get gunned as we charge on in. Big problem, by the way, if we don't get out of there pretty much immediately. Not because of the cav, I don't care about the lancers, but I do care about these guys being in range. So absolutely, get yourselves out of there, get yourself off, and yeah, just pull out. Bring ourselves back together and we'll win this skirmish while they largely seem to be going towards that side again. Unfortunately, one unit of Dragoons has broken. Bit of a shame. It's the Lancers having hit them quite hard, to be honest. Not ideal for them. Alright, these guys at this point are just going to have to swing this way around the back and just mop things up. Just go and take out the hussars. That would be magnificent. In general, I don't really know what they're doing. We've got a few cannon shots coming in, presumably. And, okay, yeah, we're going to get stuck behind the lines here a little bit. So, give yourself some good space and allow them to come to you. And at this stage, it looks like most of them are deciding to come over the bridge rather than actually across the water there. I guess it's a slightly warmer way of dying, but it's basically going to be a day for death for these lads. They're just standing on the bridge right now. Though some of them want to go home. I, in some ways, don't blame them, but Yeah, we do have the canister shot going at some point, I hope. I assume that's currently what's happening. These guys can probably aim over here, so just aim over here as well. Oh, there we are. There's the howitzer. Probably killed something. It's kind of hard to ever see what the howitzer does. Just aim at the back unit, guys, if at all. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And that is just gorgeous. Okay, these guys are not looking good right now. This one unit here is just preventing me from getting any reinforcements across to take these guys out. We're right by the red line of death now. There's only so many that these horses can mop up, which is a little bit of a shame. By the way, the general might just get himself caught out if we're unlucky here. Yeah, General's about to get himself murdered, isn't he? He might be, but hopefully we'll just run past these guys. They're currently facing the wrong way. Hopefully the cannon shot doesn't do anything to him. No, it's fine. Just let him run past you. That would be grand. And they'll probably escape before the general gets there, I would assume. But at the very least, he can mop up this unit when they are, as they should be, the very last one to go down. God bless these guys. They don't know what they want to do, but they are currently the only ones in the big cold puddle of water. So, yeah, they're the only ones fighting. Everyone else has fled. And they're wavering. They're in slow motion. Excellent stuff. And now they're all dead. Excellent. In comes the general to mop them up. That's why he ran past you, lads. He wanted you dead. This is our river, bitch. And with that, the Austrians once again learnt to sod off. 1,500 lost, another 180. Honestly, not that different to the first affair, other than a little bit harder for the line, for the light dragoons even. But to be honest, they still killed 192 and 205, and those guys unfortunately were the ones who got shot by the cannon and then charged, and then they got themselves dead. So, oh well, it happens. But with that, another stack has been brutally maimed and heads back to Vienna. The inevitable. We can't celebrate one victory without some utter nonsense following. I'll be honest, the United Provinces have been asking me for my settlements in recent turns, which, okay, does normally suggest bad things. Luckily, the British haven't followed in. Okay, we're at war, but are they going to do anything about it? To be honest, I did prepare myself down in South America for that. And of course, Bavaria want to come in as well. You know what? I wanted to give peace. I wanted peace. Everyone's just going to get peace. And you know how peace happens? It's the darn Pax Romana. And you know what that means? It means we make a desert and we call it peace. So you know what, Bavaria? You're going to burn to the ground. I mean, they've got like 3 full stack armies. But anyway, Britain once again decided not to join. But I know it's total war. I've literally purposely spent about 15 years now doing very little, at least 10 years doing like nothing. What I've done is take like 2 French little colonies. Come on, I want peace. Okay, some very strange things have happened on the end turn, but the strangest one is this. The Spanish town of Bratislava or Prishburg. I don't actually know the history between that name change, but there we are. I'll have to look into that one later, but apparently the Spanish now have this, which is a surprise to me, and honestly would make, yeah, the situation with Austria much, much better. It would be far less of a border for me to worry about. So I'm going to go smash this army again, but I think it means I'm a little bit happier, yeah, contemplating where my forces are. The Dutch are presumably coming. Quite where they're going for, I'm not sure. They've asked for Saxony and they've asked for Hanover before in some of our discussions. But, and there's another full stack there. This is just stupid. This is just utter nonsense. Fine, we're going to have to go deal with these guys, of course. So we'll leave our lovely bridge. As much as I love the bridge, we'll march off in this direction. You know what we're going to do? This is actually a good spot. This is why I'm standing here, is that this spot is in range of both cities. So it's an ideal spot should we need any reinforcements in a battle. So we can leave someone in between there, and both Dresden and Prague should be defended by it. But this army, I guess, can just get moving. We probably should go and knock these guys out before any more forces arrive. Oh, there's so many things I could be spending money on. It's just such a shame. Right, we're going to leave these guys here to deal with. Do they even have a fleet? Yes, there's some Dutch fleet. I don't know. Does look awfully like the Dutch don't have anything actually defending their port though, so let's just go and burn down their port, and with that their economy will completely implode. That's a dry dock. You know what, sir, you can send one of the ships there as well. Perfect. I'm sure that'll be fine. What have they got? A sip rate? Oh, just an awful sip rate. Let's not worry about him. So burning down their ports is a lovely start to things. Hopefully, I don't want to do too much expanding, but they're just making me kill them all. First things first, we need to take out the Bavarian bath turds, and I think we should be okay. They do have a little bit of damage on them, actually. That's good to see. A few grenadiers in here, some extra cannons to me, and a little bit more cav actually as well, but maybe the light dragoons can do the job, although they're fairly battered from last time, so just got to bear that in mind. Could be a little bit more tricky than I think, but in terms of infantry, I think we absolutely have them. Let's hit him. For some reason, they seem to be wangling around and can't make up their mind about how to face us. We are a simple line, and we haven't moved once, so quite what they're doing, I don't know, but what we're doing is getting out our brand new carcass shot. Here it comes. Flamey flames. Woohoo! Oh, yes, that's a good 10 on them. Maybe one of those grenadiers, and I don't think we quite got the cannons, but that is delicious. Okay, they're still wandering around. I'm going to get my cav, and we're going to go take out this flank. Thank you very much. And the light dragoons are doing their usual work, which is excellent. A little bit of light peppering as we get our other cavalry into position. They're currently not in a good place. They're still trying to unlimber. Oh yeah, excellent. You guys go and deal with them. And the light dragoons can keep shooting at these guys, and that's good. If we can take out the cavalry early doors, I'll be very, very happy with them. They're already wavering. Good. Let's get you aiming right in the centre. There's a load of people in stupid position there. Those guys are about to... yeah, they're about to shoot. I missed the grenadiers there, but that's fine. Get the light dragoons to continue off in this direction, just out of the way. See what we can mop up. There's some more regiment of horse over here who are probably about to get themselves in a terrible position. So we'll run into them. We'll try and avoid the grenadiers if at all possible. But to be honest, I'm quite happy peppering everyone over there. That looks excellent to me. For some unbeknown reason, all of their units are still fumbling around in the middle there, so we might as well charge the grenadiers, who are quite isolated and very much now getting routed. Well, this early skirmish is going beautifully. Just get these guys straight back out of there. They're shattered, they're out of the game, and I think it's just about the one unit of cav left. There are some cannons. Oh, there's a general at the back, actually. Oh yeah, actually, maybe you, sir. It's not aiming at the general. I bet he'll start moving now. I mean, they're all moving, Thomas. That was a fairly easy bet. But they do tend to move when they know you're targeting them. Is that guy seriously going to start charging towards us? That'd be hilarious if so, but I think they're just redeploying a little bit. Looks awfully like a charge, mind you. Well, get into range of this guy if you want. The light dragoons will just gun you down if you're going to be fleeing. Yeah, we're in a much better place to finish this. So, they're charging him. Seems stupid to me. Yep. Okay. Yeah, light dragoons, get some shots in at the general. No, not them, at the general, you numpty. Horse artillery can go down any day. Okay, fine. And that's the general. Not quite taken out, but not too far off either. Another shot coming in at him. Flaming horses. Flaming horses, it's a flaming horse. It's the end card all over again. Right, get yourself out of there, guys. You're not in the best position. Oh, no, they're around him. Near enough. So, I don't really know what the rest of this battle is. They're just running around. Apparently Bavaria have never fought a battle before. With the final unit of cavalry / artillery dealt with, I think this is the last one, it's just now left to their main line, which is doing all sorts of weird things, such as stand around getting shot the entire time. These guys have stood up better than the rest of them, but there we are. They seem to be dead at this stage, and unless there's someone at the far side, oh no, there is one more at the far side. Yeah, even so, I'm not too concerned. I think we'll just keep on bombarding them. Don't burn our own horses, lads! For Pete's sake. Well, it's certainly taken them long enough, but they're finally coming up to fight. This carcass shot, by the way, is determined to only shoot like this one unit that's now fleeing. So much so that it will endlessly shoot down my own horses, who have been largely obliterated by my own cannon on this occasion. Albeit, I have had to do quite a lot of tidying up of units in the rear, but there we are. So I think it's probably time to, yeah, get a lot of our shots in. These guys are, yeah, a number of them don't really have much to do right now. Just get yourselves into some kind of a flanking manoeuvre, something like that. I mean, these guys are coming in eventually, but, you know, we'll have them dealt with soon enough. So, cavalry will be useful to mop them up, and there's a few people still having a good fight here. But in general, I think we should have them beat quite handily. And pretty quickly, a lot of them are fleeing. It probably doesn't help them that there are some light dragoons charging at the rear. And by charging, I mean shooting them in the back. That'd be perfect. You know what, these two guys, you're just going to melee into them at this point. You've got to melee into them at this point, and all my cannons can probably stop firing at will. That will be magnificent. You just charge after these guys. We'll see what we can catch. Probably send the general off in that direction as well. It looks like we have won a victory here. Very strange battle, but mildly amusing as well. Officially just over 200 to nearly 800 of them. Lovely, lovely stuff. And once again, yeah, dragoons are very much pulling their weight and quite a bit more. The howitzer apparently killed 5. Probably because it's too busy trying to kill my own units, but there we are. It was dramatic if nothing else. So that well, that is at least the first force of Bavaria dealt with. We'll leave them hovering in this part of the world. Now the Dutch, there's a good chance these forces could head together to have a pretty good crack at Hanover. Now I was getting some more troops, but that's not going to be there in time. Can get a couple units over like that. Brandenburg was quite miserable. That's still happy enough though, so I'll take that. That should be plenty to defend it. And again, this kind of... they're just immediately going to attack Prague now, aren't they? Because we've got people over there. That's fine. The Breslau army can instead move its way back over. Well, then they can just walk straight into Breslau. I don't know. If we stand about here-ish, presumably we can intercept them either way. I don't really know. There is like one militia here. There is no militia. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll hope that's casual. Yeah, they're feeling chill enough. Oh dear, we've got a lot to deal with now. Unsurprisingly, the United Provinces are at the very least kicking us out of their burning ports. Well, the job was largely done. The Spanish actually want to be friends. Military access indefinite. Interesting. I'm kind of tempted, to be honest. You know what? Apart from that one border, how many problems can that have? Let's accept. Why not? Well, we have a few things to sort out. Number one, peace with Bavaria. I'm going to demand some money. Apparently they're not interested with peace. Let's just offer straight peace. They're insulted by that kind of notion. Excellent stuff. France. Before I destroy your fleet in a minute, do you want peace? They are massively insulted. No, they don't. Austria, another person I just murdered last turn. Would you like peace? Oh my goodness, the Austrians want peace. Probably could have got quite a lot of money for that. You know what? It's fine. A powerful urge to wash. Yes, well, just speaking to you, love, I feel the same. So, if nothing else, we can perhaps, yes, get ourselves into position. Maybe slightly more over here. That'd be grand. So this force that was mopping up some of them can go and just station itself a bit closer. The Spanish have military access. I'm not really sure how it's going to help them, but, you know, in about 15 turns' time, something silly will occur, I am sure. This army, I don't want to follow up on Bavaria, to be honest, in spite of me asking for peace. So I'm just going to... yes, hover in this field for now. I'm going to heal us up and all will be grand. Now, you can continue to stay in that position. I really need some more of my light dragoons. It's good that I've got reinforcements then, isn't it? Excellent. Oh, look, more light dragoons. I think we're going to send them somewhere, actually. So, yes, beautiful. I think we'll spend most of our money on getting all of that sorted. So, this army... you're fresh. You didn't actually get on with anything last time. And this army is also on the fresh-ish side. Although, to be honest, Warsaw probably... I know Warsaw's actually quite happy. Might need to send the militia back at some point. So yeah, let's just get ourselves... Where do you want to go? That's just a low-yield farm. Pleasure Gardens burning would not be good. So I might just do the same kind of thing where I hover just in the region of both of these. That's fine. You maybe just... I don't know where to send you. Send you over to Dresden for now, because hopefully this should just yeah, we should be in a better position to counteract the Austrians. We'll see if that peace lasts very long. On the note of alliances, I did get an alliance from Rafa. It lasted for one turn before suspicion led it to break up, which is a bit annoying. Plenty of technology though, by the way, adding to the ones the Spanish just got us with copper bottoms. Nothing to do with suntans, it's entirely to do with boats apparently. There we are. So yeah, we are racing through some of these techs now, which is excellent. So yeah, I might need to just set some of this up. Uppsala in particular might just get this rearranged, because Uppsala very much is full of lots of military people who can maybe just get fire in advance done for us. There are some ship affairs to get on with, so 2 4 freights and a sloop should hopefully be able to do what we need to take over their boat. This is a sit freight if I do recall. And let's just see. Oh yeah, we managed to capture it. I don't mind losing a sloop if we gain a 4 freight, so happy enough with that, because there's a much bigger battle that we need to head into in a minute. They were also presumably doing some pirating on my trade. So with that, we need to go to the other battles. The more important ship battle is this one with the French Navy off the coast of West Africa. 4 freight over there, a couple 5th freights, sit freights. Okay, 3 sit freights, a 4th and a 5th. Otherwise, it's brigs, sloops, and Indiamen. I think we have a chance. We have a 5th freight here, sit freight, 5th freight, sit freight, sit freight, and loader sloops and a 4th, by the way, as well. We have some reinforcement sloops and all the Indiamen in the world. So we'll see if they want to intercept as we start entering. They do indeed. Okay. Interesting. What damage do they have? Okay. So look, that flagship 5th rate only has 9 left on it. Oh, this is excellent news. So this 4th rate is a fully fledged beast, but the rest of it's damaged. This could be excellent. Let's head in. In we enter battle, and this is just a magnificent scene. Look how many boats there are. This is the big bastard that we need to worry about, by the way. This is the 4th rate ship of the line with 58 of its guns still running. Now, the actual Admiral is only on 9 guns, so we should be massively outgunning them, but we'll see. We will see. I'm going to start just slightly swinging through them. That was a little bit more aggressive than I anticipated. So yeah, we'll go with that. You can see here we've got concerned routing on fire. Lovely. I don't really want to be sinking them all or burning them to a crisp, but we might as well go and enjoy the fire. Woohoo! They can put it out, by the way. You actually will see them try and put it out. They're going to put it out. Buckets are happening. Weird graphical wibbles are happening. I'm not sure they're going to save that. Let's keep a close eye on this. The flagship and the 4th rate back there. They can be what we need to worry about, and good. We're shooting them down. We have ourselves 1 surrendered on fire, 1 surrendered also on fire. Come on, guys. They're supposed to actually not burn them all down. Hopefully they can yeah, put out the fire and we can just take their ship over. So the Admiral's 5th rate is walking straight through our ships right here. Can you all turn to grape shot? That would be cool. So yeah, you just turn to grape shot for a moment. You're about to ram into him. That's kind of funny. Do you want to ram into a sit rate? Probably not, actually. Probably not. Oh, it's definitely burning down. That's lovely. Woohoo! Splody, splody. And this is such a mess. I have no idea what I'm doing. Guys, swing around. We need to, you know what, swing that way. That'd be fine. Swing that away. And the rest of this is, I don't know what's happening. They're concerned. They're routing. Oh, that's good. That's the Admiral routing. This is what you want to see. So, this guy, 4th rate ship of the line, is a bit of a concern. These are all sloops. Oh, I did the 4th rate. Where's my 4th rate? I can't see. There's so many things going on. There we go. Okay, Mr. Fourth Rate, it's your job to deal with Fourth Rate Shippy McGee. Everyone else is just a big pile of chaos. God knows what I'm doing. Let's try and take some stock here. At the back, we have a couple that are wavering or just routing and trying to get away. You, just go and deal with him. Elsewhere, we have an Indiaman surrendered. We have a routing sloop. We have the Fourth Rate right in the centre, just surrounded by our ships. Oh, that's hilarious. You, get on top of him. Actually, are we going to win that if you do that? Yeah, I have double the men and it's a Sith Rate. So I think we'll be fine. Okay, Fourth Rate ship of the line. Can we go over to Grapes at this point? Grapes ahoy. I don't really know what's... Someone's sinking. That's a Indiaman. That's one of theirs. Oh, for Pete's sake. What is this chaos? It's just so exceptionally fun. At this point, this ship cannot last much longer. It's getting absolutely bombastically bombarded. Yeah, that's a phrase I wanted to use today. Right, flagship. You are actually in a little bit of trouble on that side, my good sir. So you might just want to swing this out. Ooh, they look like they might not be wanting to flee all of a sudden. That's interesting. Yeah, everyone get turning around. These guys need to be taken out. They're concerned. They've surrendered. That's another one gone. Get everyone in on this ship. Just get in that general direction. You're wavering. Not surprised. You've been doing a good old job, to be honest, sir. You're a sloop. You're in trouble. You just go and get the concerned routing lad over there. That'll be fine. Steady on the Fourth Rate. And, yeah, that sinking brig is sinking, and down goes... Ooh, was that one of my sloops? I think it was. Nope. I don't even know anymore. It doesn't matter. What matters is all that's left fighting now is a couple wavering guys over there and just this Fourth Rate. We finally got him shaken. Come on, sir! That car, yes, the whole damage is going down now. That's beautiful. The Admiral with an excellent shot just when you need it most. You guys, forget what you're doing again for the umpteenth time. Just go and deal with this guy. Whatever we can do, whatever's still possible at this stage. There are still some surrendered ships in the distance, by the way. Not everyone's blown up or dead, but in general, that is what's happening. Come on! Take him down! And the Fourth Rate has surrendered at long last. That is perfect news. Get the Mars Blasters on the rest of them. It's just these three bastards who've been annoying me. He's routing anyway. He's steady. He's wavering. Excellent stuff. Let's just set a pile of sloops on each of them, and I'm sure we will catch up, kill them, do something. I don't even care. It just needs to end, damn it. All that's left of the French fleet now are these 15 lads who amazingly have not yet surrendered, but they have routed, and I think, oh, that has to be it. There can't be anything else left. Surrendered. Oh, they're back to wavering again. Will it never end? That guy is sinking. Right, it is literally everyone against Steve. Glorio! Yeah, you're going down. They called it a close victory, but I'd say we did a pretty good job there amongst all of that chaos. But, what have we got? Oh, yeah, it's always really awkward to actually see what they are. Fourth Rate, having that. Next one. What is it? Tell me quicker. Excellent, we have ourselves a few Indiamen in there, a pile of Sixth Rates and Fifth Rates and Fourth Rates. Add them to the fleet. One brig can be sent away to the Sea Police. And with that, okay, that is very good news indeed. The French Navy sinks to the bottom of the sea. Now, last I knew, there was one other fleet. It was hiding out in the East Indies. So, I need to reorganise all of this nonsense, figure out what we're going to do. But yeah, that is the French stuff looking a bit battered, to be honest. They might need repairs. I'm actually going to leave more Indiamen here than I originally planned, because at this point in time, ivory's worth an awful lot. 25, it was 28 a moment ago, but obviously I'm going to start crashing the market. But for now, this is exciting. I've not had too much ivory for a little while. And yeah, look at all of that lovely, lovely sugar. We're trading quite a few nice things at this stage. But more importantly, these guys can move on to the next section. Now, in the Strait of Madagascar, oh yeah, I have had someone just turn up here as well. Perfect. these guys can come and join up. Trade a bit more ivory. But importantly, yeah, it's just Venice here for now. There is Spain over there who I'm neutral with. And we're going to take ourselves to the East Indies and see if we can hunt down those French lads, because I want to make sure that we're safe in the seas. And if we are, well, we can go deal with the Dutch over in India as well. Speaking of the Dutch, we have a battle with them over in Paramaribo. I put this under siege, of course, and they are now sallying forth. Now, we have the cannons and the proper line infantry, but they do have an awful lot of mounted tribal auxiliary, which is intriguing, but we'll just gun them down. That will all be fine. I suspect the native auxiliaries, the irregulars, though, do have longer range than us, so I do need to bear that in mind. I don't have any of those trained, although I do have one of my mounted lads, which is nice to see, if nothing else. Let's hit in. In they come to battle then, and it is a horrific day. They decided to come and do this on the world's most disgusting day of weather. But we're just going to gun them down as they arrive. Obviously, go to some canister if you can. We're a moment late for the canister. Oh, that'll be some lovely canister. Here comes some shots from them. They're wavering as they charge on in, and these guys are shattered already. We do have some more tribal auxiliary over there who could be problematic, actually, because they're a little bit of awkward angle for us. So dragoons are in that forest. Just jump on them. Hopefully superior numbers will do. They're not melee lads. You are. Deal with them, please. Lovely stuff. So the first wave has been immediately smashed into. They've taken some shots at us, which immediately narrowed the numbers down to pretty much equal. But we are intended. Stop shooting them when there's cavalry. They do pick some awful targets sometimes, don't they? Okay. You, normal shots. Thank you. Back over there. 37 to our 39. Not great. You, my good sir, just get in. You know what? Don't even do that. Just turn around and gun them down. That'll be fine. Get my dragoons out of there for a sec. We don't need to waste them on all of that nonsense. So these guys are going to shoot down them. That will be grand. Yeah, Mr. Cannon Lad, go to canister, shoot these guys. They're now unfortunately getting stuck in a actual gunfight with us, but we will just blast them with cannon where possible. Annoyingly, they managed to break us before that situation got resolved. So, turn the general round. He's a same unit as them. That'll be grand. You turn around and shoot that guy again. Right, let's make sure we deal with him. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you go and deal with these lads. They're down to 36, and they should be in not the greatest of shape. These are, by the way, my version of these lads. They look quite cool. Very nice indeed. A nice mixture of horses as well. We're down to 40, which means you should probably be doing a bit more shooting, lads. There we go. And with that, I would say get the charge in now. We've got them behind our lines, so they probably won't last all that long. Mounted tribal auxiliary are causing problems just because they are irritating. Shoot down the irregulars, actually. They have longer range, so at least they're in range of the massive death cannon. So that'll be lovely. And by massive death cannon, I just mean the cannons in general. Oh, okay, that's good. They are cleared off. Oh, actually, do you want the general back over here? With the general back here, actually, just to give us some supporting cover. It's nice to have a general with a gun. It'd be nice if the generals in general could actually have a gun and make a nice difference. So we've got some firelock over there. They're not much of a concern, but they have at least arrived. So yeah, get the irregulars if at all possible. We're going to lose a few men in this battle. They're quite a lot, and they're not all awful. So, woohoo! Yeah, that's nice. These guys are just slightly out of range, so we'll have to just wangle our lines slightly for those guys, but soon enough they'll be blasted to death. So you change over to them, you over to them, and I think in general we're probably in a pretty good position. Yeah, it's not too bad. There are the tribal auxiliary over there. They're more important to kill. General, go off that. You can shoot down those firelocks instead, and it's going to be a bit of a grind. Seeing as they have lots of cav, I can't do too much cavalry work, but yeah, we'll have them taken down before too long. It's really a question of how many deaths we take. At this stage, I'm accidentally routing units by sending some forward, which is always mildly amusing. You guys just gun them down, that'll be fine. I think we are largely breaking them now, and this is a sally, but it is the last turn. There's only 2 turns on this, so we'll be taking the city at the end of this, which is excellent news. Well, they've all been routed one time. They're coming in for a second pot, but quite frankly, there's very, very few of them. So as soon as we change over to canister once again, I suspect they will be immediately routing. There is a charge over here, but nope, 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 nope. We know what happens to cavalry charges against a line of guns like this. It might work at the very start of the game when there's only one rank firing at any one time, but fire by rank, you have no chance, lads. Just give it up. Give it up, the lot of you. And there's official victory. I'll happily take that. Heroic victory for us, and Paramaribo is under our control. 400 odd loss for them, 200 odd for us. Not too shabby, to be honest. I think, bringing cannons to this part of the world is just a big, big advantage. Can't argue with any of that. And some lovely stuff. Speaking of the Dutch again. Do I want to intercept? Well, that's going to give them reinforcements. So I won't intercept, but if they're going to attack, then we've got to deal with them. Not an immediate attack, but we're under siege. Good news is that we now have peace with Bavaria once again. Having just beaten up one of their armies, they were actually willing to give me some trade rights as well as peace, so that is great news. So with them now dealt with as well, it can be the Dutch that we focus on. So I did burn down their university just before. It might have convinced them that this is a good idea. It's fine. So we got ourselves a nice army over here in Erfurt, just to square up to some of these Dutch lads. And the Dutch should be having second thoughts about this war, because I can't help but notice the French are at their border. The Austrians are already well within their border. Several things are burning down, such as the entirety of Luxembourg and their ports, which once again I've decided to occupy. So I don't feel like this is the best plan for them. The third siege of Hanover, hopefully, will just end with them deciding they have bigger fish to fry. If they do decide to head on in, which they might well do, I fancy our chance to defend it. Okay, they still have 2 full stacks here as well as a half stack in Amsterdam, so we'll see what they decide to do. But for now, I'm thinking that they haven't made the best choices. And of course, there are also the Dutch Antilles once we heal up our forces down in that part of the world. You know what, in many ways I wouldn't mind the Dutch being booted out of the game, so maybe it's better that I do take these guys out. I mean, the French look like they're fairly poised to have a good go at Brussels in a minute. There's a full stack in Paris as well to help with that. And if I take this out, they're really going to be struggling to hold on. I can definitely get some good peace out of them while the others get on with the conquering. So, I want to cause as much damage as I can. We're going to sally forth before they do too much damage to us. They actually have taken a little knock on this force. Quite a lot of cannon. A massive lot of cannon. Okay, so can I win the cavalry fight? 4 cav against my... What do I have here? Light dragoons. 2 light dragoons. And I have myself... Oh, actually, no, I have a load more dragoons than I thought. Okay, I have 3 light dragoons, 2 normal dragoons, and a regiment of cav. We absolutely... No, there's even more! Oh, we've got all the cav we need to swarm them. So long as we don't get drowned by cannon fire, we're going to have to be careful about the approach. But, oh yeah, we can take them down. Be wary, there is actually a 5th unit of cav. But I think we're going to have it into Hanover for the upteenth time. As the battle begins, we're just going to try and take out one particular flank here. There's a pile of cavalry and some other forces behind. I've actually got my armed citizenry just here to block, and that's actually done a very nice job, actually. So yeah, you guys shoot them down as they flee. Light dragoons, a regiment of horse can probably take those guys out, actually. So yeah, get the dragoons over there to deal with them. You go deal with them, and these 2 guys can probably immediately get themselves behind the line. Get yourselves way out of the way, actually. In fact, just go onto that for the time being. As for the rest of the line, oh, my cav over here, they had a load of more cannons because we saw a load of cannons at the start. These cav, but there's going to be way too much to deal with in this battle, by the way. Their square formation is going to start causing us problems. They're going to start shooting at us. We need to be shooting at it. Please make sure we're shooting at the square, please. They're going to have a big square over here. I'm going to throw some grenades into it. So I'm going to get some grenades. These guys are... I don't really know what's happening here. There's a regiment of horse in the middle of all of this, which is problematic for us. Let's just try and run through it. Okay. Yeah, guys, you won't be able to get those grenades in, actually. There's a horse unit in the way. Get yourself back behind the line first. These guys get him drawn back into it. I want you to get out of it so that the gunman can do the gunning. Damn it. Okay, let's just check over on this flank. It's all a bit chaotic right now. So, these guys are hopefully just gunning into them. They are indeed. What happened to my cav? I think they got shot down. I'm not really sure by what, but that might have been their cannons. Anyway, it's fine. Everyone just get into them. That will be absolutely grand. Yeah, you know what? Just run into them. Just go back to melee. As for the other horses, yeah, they finally sort of got the idea. Okay, not all of you, but just you. You get into melee mode. That will be absolutely fine. You shoot that line infantry. They're at a square now. That's fine. So grenadiers can just hang around and wait for their opportune moment. We've got a bit of melee back here. Some provincial cav in the rear. That's bizarre, but okay. Fine. Don't know that we even need either of these two units right now, so you just turn around and deal with them. They are flanking this particular side, but we've already been on the flanking manoeuvre over here anyway. Hopefully some guns coming in to all of this as we... Yeah, there's the gunfire. Hopefully then we're in a good position just to get on top of this flank, and then we can use the dragoons to hopefully plug the hole. So these guys are now wavering. That's excellent news, and this is so much chaos. It's just ridiculous, but the horses should be absolutely fine. These guys can turn around and deal with them now. Yeah, we've largely got this side under control. Get the grenadiers over to this flank then, where we do need some more reinforcements. We'll probably, yeah, have... Wow, they're completely melted like the proverbial cheese. So get the firelock in just as a reserve guard. As for the rest of this lot, what do we want to do? There's a regiment of horse. Just get them behind the lines for now. Light dragoons. Annoying, when you double click, it highlights all the dragoons, not just the light dragoons, and they are very, very different units, aside from the name, of course. So swing us in, sweet chariots, and okay, you mop them up. Actually, let's see what we've got here. Probably there's a weaker force to mop up. No, you know, they're all about 46. That's fine. You get on top of him. You get on top of him. And the other one that I haven't told anything to do yet, this one, you get on top of there. That's fine. Looks like they are all gone. So the infantry can now swing themselves into this position. Okay, my general's just chasing them down. That's fine by me. Get the gunners back onto, yeah, back onto fire at will. That is perfect. You know what, Firelock, you can just shoot at these people if they fancy dying. Get the cav forward to go and deal with all of that. And to be honest, this is all that's left at this point, and they are not in a good position. They've, yeah, they largely managed to do a good job fighting off a unit, but no, they're now shattered, and they are running away. Lovely stuff. I think this battle is as good as over. Okay, lads. Yeah, change over. Yeah, change over to a bit of a melee. And a strange, messy old affair became surprisingly straightforward in the end. But yeah, what a weird battle. I don't know if I even mentioned it in the battle, but yeah, the fort is clearly still a burning wreck from the earlier battles at Hanover. Should probably fix that at some point. But there we are. So Hanover once again has been defended. We did lose 481 there. It's a lot more than I thought, considering how quick the battle was. But I suppose, yeah, quite a few units on one flank did get badly bruised. Nonetheless, a pretty good job, all things considered. Can't really complain about that. And we'll see them skulk off. And yeah, not many getting away. There were a lot of cannons there, to be fair. So they're back over the border. We're now defended. We don't really have the money to retrain that, but it should be fine. We'll end the turn and we'll see what everyone wants to do on the end turn. It's a new turn and we have ourselves a brand new dry dock over here in St. Petersburg, which is excellent news. We can now get ourselves second-rate ships of the line. 6,500 hull strength. Oh, that is magnificent. 86 guns. Oh yes, we can now start to match some of the best ships that the other factions are giving out. We have a couple more fourth rates coming to join the ships over here, And yeah, they can just get themselves repaired before we go off to do the next bit of adventure, which is probably start burning down these French ports until they can take some damn peace. Now, okay, we're in a very intriguing situation here, which is the French are battering the Dutch, who are also at war with me. The Austrians are battering both the French and the Dutch, who are no longer at war with me, but have been for a long time and probably will be again before too long. Total War very much living up to its name. The British just being very, very sensible and peaceful, to be frank. I can't really argue that they've been fairly consistent and not joining in wars against me. So well done to the British. Thank you for being useful at the very least. But you know what? I think this is probably where we'll leave it for now. We have at least got peace with the Dutch. Not the Dutch, sorry, the Bavarians and the Austrians. We'll try and get some peace with the Dutch right now. They're not going to have it, are they? United Provinces, let's request peace and a trade agreement. I will offer you all of my 208 monies. And how do they think? Never, never, never. You're about to be burnt down by 3 factions. What are you doing? I'm quite happy to batter them so the others can take... Actually, I don't really want them taken over. Actually, now I think about it, actually them battering each other like this is kind of perfect. But, yes, I think we will leave it here for now, in spite of the fact that I really wanted to be peaceful here today. I haven't really been expanding. I have obviously done a little bit of American expansions. And Paramaribo, by the way, between its gem fields and the plantation isn't so good. But yeah, the gems and the gold over here, that is lovely stuff. We're getting some decent money out of there, unlike useless Trinidad and Tobago. That was not making me very much at all. But despite the tiny bit of warring we've been doing in this part of the world, in general, we've tried to be peaceful. We've tried to not expand. And the game just won't have it. I suppose the fact that we did so much expanding before probably doesn't help. We're still minus 56 for territorial expansion. But we're trying. We're trying to be peaceful, but people won't let it happen. So you know what we'll do? We're going to end the actual series here. Because I think we completed our short campaign and we've explored some of the longer term stuff a little bit. But we're getting bogged down in these wars. So we'll follow this up with a live stream. At the time of release, we will be done with Germania, so we should be quite free to do this on the following Tuesday. Now, whether that will be too soon for some people watching the end of this series, maybe I'll leave it a week before we do this. So either the very next Tuesday or the Tuesday after this releases, we will see about doing a live stream to just have a final hurrah. If people are interested, then maybe we'll do more. We will see about it. But we will certainly do one live stream, I think. It makes sense just to play around a little bit more. And it'd be nice to play a different game on the live streams, particularly Empire. It's very much a different audience, I think, we're finding. Obviously, some of the regulars are very much here. But I also think there are quite a lot of new commenters in the comment section. And it's been great to enjoy this game with some other people. Oh, look, Russia are actually fairly peaceful these days. Isn't that lovely? So, we will leave it here for now, but I hope you will join me for the live stream. It's been lovely playing Empire Total War, and maybe I set the tone with my Total War at the start, but my experience in this game has always been everyone will just wage war, and in the end you end up with the Spanish controlling Hungary, the British controlling, Poland, Ukraine at this point, and I don't know, nonsense is occurring all over the shop. But last thing I'll probably point out is that the Americas are worryingly Spanish. This is, looking a bit strong, and maybe we need to be friends with them in the future, to be honest. Now we've got the trade. Things are starting to warm up with us just a little bit, so I might, as we start getting our money back together, I might start friending those chaps in the future. And as I say, the trade, 17,000 now coming in to Sweden, looking very strong indeed. And once we finish beating up the French fleets in the East Indies, we'll have all of our spices back. That will be magnificent. But for now, I will leave you until the live stream. I'm Thomas, and this is Timelapses, and this has been Sweden with Empire Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye. Flaming horses! It's a flaming horse! No one would stand in the way of the Reich! No! My archers! Sorry, look at this guy. I don't want to die. But of course you shall, my friend. Oh, yes.